That's a double-edged sword because being accountable, I think, starts with being transparent about what you're struggling with. You know, if you're accountable, there's a lot of self-honesty, you know, self-reporting in that, because the first person we need to be accountable to is ourselves, you know, before we can be accountable to other people. So I think there's an opportunity, and that's the good part, you know, when it comes to accountability, to be honest with yourself and then honest with the people around you and whoever it affects, you know. But the other side of it is you have to trust people when you're transparent with them, that they will take what you're sharing and they'll be able to grow from it themselves, but it doesn't become a weapon in their hand.
Yeah, being accountable when it comes, especially when it comes to your own, you know, your mistakes. Owning it is probably the most important part of the thing. You know, you have to own it. To me, there's a lot of freedom in being accountable about mistakes you make. I mean, you know, you don't necessarily need to run around and be proud of them, like, hey, I screwed this up. But I mean, you know, if you made a mistake, especially if somebody else was involved, you know, going and owning it and apologizing for it.
Yeah.
And to me, I know some people struggle with that, like it's some kind of weakness or something. I was raised that it's not, that it's actually a strength. It's actually an opportunity to earn somebody's trust, that, you know, you're not a know-it-all. You're not somebody who, you know, puts off the air of infallibility. Like you're honest and open, and so it's always as soon as you become aware of it, you know, acknowledge it, validate the other person's, you know, hurt that you've caused, apologize and ask for an opportunity to do whatever you can to make it right with them and correct the situation, and then give them space and time to you know, heal from it and process through it. Yeah, because that's a big part of it. It's not really legit to say, oh, I hurt you, sorry, let's move on.
And you have 10 seconds to forgive me.
Yeah, you have 10 seconds to forgive. That's
that way.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's not up to you to decide their time frame. It's up to them. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about you. You have been one of the role models for me on somebody who's willing to, when something happens, you are quick to ask for forgiveness and say, hey, I'm sorry, I booted it. And
as soon as I realized I did something wrong, I tried to.
Yeah.
It's just so much better than compounding stupid with even more stupid.
Yeah. And I tend to struggle a little more with like the pride thing and like, well, I didn't really, what are you laughing at?
No, you don't.
Oh yeah. And you know, well, it wasn't that bad. I still do a lot of kind of bargaining sometimes. Well, in here I do, while I'm smiling at you. But I think that's a common struggle for all of us. But yeah, I appreciate that.